Hey, what's going on, people? Um, got my food. It's already done cooking. I waiting for it to cool off, and I want to eat no hot ass food. Just doing a little reading, a little studying my computer terms, and this popped up in my feed on Fox 29. I see that Will Smith has a street named after him in Overbrook. Now, I'm not doing West Philly. I'm not doing deliveries in West Philly because all those damn hills. And I ain't gonna waste the time trying to look at it myself. But I feel like Will Smith, if he didn't slap the shit out of Chris Rock, he wouldn't be coming back here for anything because I don't know what kind of movies he puts out today. I don't follow his movies, but I don't know the last time I watched a Will Smith movie. Maybe the last time Pursuit of Happiness. That's the last movie I watched by Will Smith, and I'm being honest. He had a movie called After Earth with his son, but I didn't really get through it. I watched like 10 minutes of it, but I don't follow Will Smith. The only show I watched by Will Smith was Fresh Prince because obviously it's in Philly. And strange enough, in a computer class in summer camp of '04, we learned the lyrics to that song, and then it appeared on Nick at Night that very fall. The next season, it appeared on Nick at Night. Like after camp was over, they were showing reruns of the show, and that's how we learned of the Fresh Prince. But I worked with a guy who said that he worked for his mom. This dude named Bill worked for his mom, and he was like, I guess he was doing like catering, and he was saying, yeah, she forgot where she came from, and I could believe that. I could believe his family, being a little bougie. But when I reminded myself about that, because the guy he had like a bad back. He was like a carpenter. He was like in his 50s, and he couldn't do it anymore. But they wound up firing him because he was always coming like taking off because of his bad back. And this is the same restaurant I had a little altercation in, and y'all know the story. I had to go to court. I had to press charges, and I want to give you a little how to, if you want to call it snitching, ratting, tattletelling, taking the stand, whatever you want to call it. How These are just some tips on how to tell, how to take the stand, how to rat, how to put another black man in jail, whatever the fuck you want to call it. This is the how to. Now, unfortunately, due to culture, I'll say this: due to culture, due to lack of family structure in the home, um, what society promotes in the black for the black community, but mostly the culture. I will say, to be fair, violent crimes are committed at a higher rate by black men. Violent crimes, and if you don't, and people who argue that statistic, I'm not here to argue that statistic, but people who are in denial about it are the ones that live in these communities, or sometimes they agree they live in these communities. I'm willing to just to say it, to call it what it is. But why is it, if that wasn't true, why is it when we get a little money, we move out of our community? Because the whole point of building a community is staying in there to help it grow. Because back in the day, the athlete, the actor, the comedian stayed in the black community. Bill, if you didn't know, Bill Cosby, when he was on CBS, my dad could tell you this. When Bill Cosby was on, when he had his own show in the '60s, because my dad is 60, he'll be 65, I mean 66 this year. When Bill Cosby had a show, the Bill Cosby Show and the new Bill Cosby Show and Fat Albert, Bill Cosby stayed in North Philly. He didn't move to Hollywood. He stayed in the community. I mean, he doesn't live there now. He lives like 10 minutes from me in Elkins Park. But Bill Cosby stayed in the hood, and that's what celebrities did back then. But back to the topic. How to safe? These are some tips on how to rat snitch, take the stand. Cause I had to do that shit, and I had a lot. I didn't really have a lot of support. My mom offered to come with me. This is when she was working from home, but I said I'll be fine. But first of all, if you don't have a lot of resources, a lot of money, if you're inferior your life, if you're real timid, I don't recommend you doing that shit because you will, like me, you will have that shit eating at you every day. You will wonder if that person will come back at you for doing what you did, retaliating. If you don't have protection, if you don't have people in your family that could to look out for you, don't do it because you don't want that shit like eating at you day by day. Number two, going to court, dress presentable. Don't dress like you rolled out of fucking bed. Don't dress like you going to the club. Dress with a tie, suit, slacks, dress shoes. Dress presentable. Dress like a victim would dress. Don't dress like you know, you're you're going to do your laundry. You wanna show the judge that yeah, this is serious to you. Depending on the city or county you're in, if you live in a pretty democratic city, the judge mostly won't have a lot of sympathy for the victim, more for the like the accused. It's fucked up, but like Philly, New York, Chicago, in a lot of cases, when it's simple, when it's really minor crimes, but you want to take it to court, they a lot of the times they throw that shit out. They don't really waste their time. They'll give the accused probation, or if the courts are really backed up, because they really care more about murder, rape, um, well, shit is so fucked up. Sometimes I don't think they care about that, but they really care about felonies. They don't really entertain. And every court is separate. Like they have in Philly, they have court. They have court for minor, like not non-serious offenses. So I'm not going to be in court with people that are victims of like attempted murder, but I had aggravated assault charge dropped from the accused. And a lot of the times judges there in certain cities I name are real judges are already impartial, but they really don't give a fuck if you are if it's not like life threatening, they really don't care. So try just tell your story. Don't be too dramatic and just, hope for the best. I recommend as well that you have a car, because this is crazy, but you don't want nobody literally like walking with you on the bus or the train, and you just told on somebody, and then they following your ass like the family is following you down the street. Having a car helps sometimes, but I didn't have a car when my incident happened. So make sure you dress presentable. You know, tell the honest truth. Don't lie, because that could catch you a charge for perjury. Be truthful, and just tell yourself that you're doing the right thing. If you're not afraid of taking a stand, just remind yourself you're doing the right thing. You're just trying to get justice through the legal way. But don't feel intimidated. If you feel this is what you want to do, dress presentable, and it also may help if you don't try to look up anything about, like, if you have cases, whatever happened to you, don't look at other cases. Try not to watch like crime TV, like True TV and crime documentaries, because that could really kind of fuck your mind up. Like if you got assaulted and you heard a story on the internet about somebody that told somebody that like was sexually assaulted, and they went to court, and then the victim wound up getting killed, they wind up getting strangled to death. Don't watch shit like that, because it can really fuck your mind up. But my main advice on how to take the stand is, if you know what would happen to you was wrong, you're confident that you were the victim, just tell your side of the story. Don't look the accused in the face. Dress presentable, and hopefully you have a lot of support because it's going to be a really tough time. And try not to let it eat at you. It's hard to say, but try not to let it eat at you.